Everyone is talking about AGI. It's the goal for some of the biggest companies on the planet. But what does it actually mean? Well, it turns out almost everything we call AI today is something completely different. To really get AGI, we first have to understand what the AI we use every day actually is. Just think about all the AI that's woven into your life. The recommendations, the voice assistants, all the chatbots, they all seem pretty intelligent, right? But are they intelligent in the same way that we are? That's the billion-dollar question. I mean, you've probably used ChatGPT to help write an email or maybe even some code. Or you've felt that AI working in the background on Netflix, figuring out exactly what movie you want to watch next. And of course, we've got Siri and Alexa right in our pockets and in our homes. All of these things fall under the umbrella of AI. But here's the twist. None of them are AGI, not even close. They actually belong to a totally different and way more common category of artificial intelligence. So let's break this down. It turns out that pretty much every single AI system in the world today fits into one very specific box: the specialist. And that's what we have right now, artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. The easiest way to think about it is as a specialist. It's an AI that's designed to do just one thing, but it does that one thing incredibly well. The catch is, it's totally locked into that one skill. A perfect example is AlphaGo. This is a narrow AI that did something that seemed impossible. It completely crushed the world's best human player at the game of Go. But here's the thing, that is all it can do. With all of that genius-level intelligence for Go, it can't perform a super simple task like making a cup of coffee. Its skill is unbelievably deep, but it's also unbelievably narrow. And this right here brings us to the most important idea to understand the difference. It all comes down to being a specialist versus being a generalist. So here's the bottom line. A specialist, or a narrow AI, is like a world champion chess program. It might be the best chess player on the planet, but it can't use that brain power for anything else. A generalist, on the other hand, is like a person. You and I can learn to play chess, sure, but we can also learn to drive a car, cook dinner, and write a poem. Our intelligence is flexible. We can apply it to a whole bunch of different things. And that, my friends, is AGI. It's not about being a god at one thing. It's about having that human-like ability to learn, to adapt, and to apply your smarts to solve all sorts of new and unexpected problems. It's not just about what it knows. It's about how well it can learn. This difference is so fundamental that researchers have actually mapped out 3 distinct levels of AI. First up, you've got ANI, the specialist. That's where we are today. We build amazing tools for narrow tasks. The next giant leap, the next frontier, is AGI, the generalist, that flexible, human-level intelligence. And then, way down the line, there's the theoretical idea of ASI, artificial superintelligence. That's a system that would be smarter than the most brilliant humans in, well, pretty much everything. This is a really great way to visualize it. Think of it like a pyramid. At the very bottom, you have all those specific narrow skills. Those feed into broader abilities. And at the very top, you have general intelligence, the ability to juggle a huge variety of tasks, even brand new ones. The entire history of AI has really just been a slow climb up this pyramid. Which, of course, brings us back to the question that trips everybody up. What about ChatGPT? It just feels so general. And you know what? You're not wrong to feel that way. Even top researchers are saying that there are sparks of general intelligence in the latest models. They recognize that these systems are a huge step beyond the old, clunky, narrow AI. So why isn't it considered full AGI? Well, on the one hand, it's amazing. It can write code, poems, essays, talk about almost anything, but its performance can be pretty uneven and unreliable. And this is the big one, it doesn't really learn or adapt like a human. It can't just pick up a totally new skill on the fly. It still lacks that deep, flexible learning that really defines general intelligence. So what do we call it? Right now, researchers are classifying these systems as level 1 or emerging AGI. Basically, that means they're way more general than a narrow AI, but they haven't yet reached what you'd call competent AGI, the level where it could match a skilled human at all sorts of different jobs. Okay, so we've got narrow AI now, and we're just starting to see these first sparks of general AI. So what does this whole journey toward true AGI really mean for all of us? Why is this distinction, this jump from a narrow specialist to a true generalist, so incredibly important? Because honestly, the leap from ANI to AGI could change the world. And AGI could potentially automate huge chunks of mental work, which would totally reshape the economy. It could unlock scientific breakthroughs in medicine and physics that are just impossible for us right now. But it also comes with massive new risks and ethical problems that we absolutely have to solve. And in a way, the quest to build AGI is also a journey to finally understand our own minds. So, the next time you hear someone talking about AI, remember this one core idea. We've become fantastic at building specialists, but closing that gap to create a true generalist, an AI that can learn and adapt with the incredible flexibility of a human brain, well, that remains the single greatest and most profound challenge in all of technology today.